you a fan of Resident Evil 2 or 4 and absolutely love Ada Wong? If so, you have clicked on the right video. I can't speak this morning, it's too early. Welcome on in to Messy Makes. My name's Eva and I absolutely love teaching people how to make cosplays from sewing, crafting, painting and so much more. I can't wait to absolutely show you how to make Ada's dress today. I do enjoy playing Dead by Daylight. It is and Ada Wong is actually the newest survivor in that game along with Wesker as the killer. So that's what inspired me to jump down the rabbit hole and to play this beautiful, amazing character, this spy, this enigma, this baddie. Can't wait to cosplay her. So remember to smash that like button, subscribe, comment if you have any questions along the way, and let's jump in. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is we wanna make a pattern for our beautiful Ada Wong dress. So what you'll see me doing here is I grab my mannequin and then I grab some black tape. So I'm starting to just basically build out a beautiful outline of the dress that we will be wearing. All right, so next we're gonna grab some fabric and we're going to pin it onto the mannequin, and then we're just gonna take our Sharpie and we are going to create those same outlines on the fabric so we can see what we are doing. All right, next we're gonna take the scissors and we're just gonna make a cut. Just make sure you're cutting out the armhole, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it, honestly. Okay, next we're gonna be taking the dart, the bust dart. So we're gonna take out some fabric there so we have a nice shaping around our boobies. Next, we're going to be cutting the front part off of obviously the fabric to make the beautiful neckline that Ada Wong has. Okay, so as you can see, we have kind of sculpted a little bit of what the dress will look like. The fabric I'm using at the moment is called, what's it called? Muslin? Pretty sure it's muslin. Is it though? Let me just Google really quickly. It's calico. The fabric I'm using at the moment is calico. It's quite often used. It's quite cheap fabric, but it's really, really good to use for sample garments. Okay, so here we go. We've got the beautiful front quarter, I suppose. I made it super long because obviously Ada Wong's dress is highly rouged from the beginning of her deep V neckline to, in fact, the end of her dress. So I wasn't sure how much to put in, okay? I'm not sure. So I thought better to be safe than sorry. So at the moment, it looks like I'm making a huge ball gown. But trust the process, guys. Please trust the process. I kind of wanted to make the dress without pattern so you guys could like potentially follow along a bit more at home. So yeah, I thought I'd try it out. All right, and so now basically I've just set up the back piece of calico and we're just gonna do one pattern piece for the front and one pattern piece for the back. And what you'll see here is my cute little Cleo's floofy butt, just being a heckin' cute right now. Anyway, so here's the fabric that we're gonna use, a beautiful cherry red. I'm just doing my little pinny thing. So this is the front piece. Oh, Cleo's having fun. Oh my gosh. I can never do a sewing video without Cleo or Oscar getting involved. They love the camera. So I'm just basically creating a 1 centimeter seam allowance on each side of the dress right now. So it still fits my body like a glove. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and cut out this beautiful pattern piece that I've created. So now we are actually going to pin it to the mannequin again, just to see how it looks. Pinning, 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 and I'm probably watching a TV show. All right, so here we go. We've got a beautiful long ball gown dress. As I said before, I don't know how much fabric I need for the rouging, so look, better to be safe than sorry. All right, so we're sewing, and we're putting the dress together. It's kind of hard to see what I'm sewing because obviously the whole dress is red. Yeah, that's the back. So we're making it look nice, beautiful. It's becoming a dress. This is actually the darts, the bust darts. So we need to sew these in to make sure we create that beautiful shape around our boobies. Sewing all the side seams together. We're sewing all the side seams together. Okay, so here we go. We have sewn the dress together. Because it is a little bit too baggy, I'm actually going to go in on the side seams, about 2 centimeters on each side. All right, so once we've sewed all the side seams together, you have to sew 2 sewing lines. You'll just like push all the fabric together. You'll basically just bunch up the fabric. That's essentially what rouging is, bunching it like a big old bunch. And here we are. Obviously, at this stage in the process, We really have to trust the process, okay? As I said before, I did not know how much fabric I needed to gather. And look, it's looking a little silkwormy. It's looking a little bit meringue. I wasn't sure, so I actually looked back at a reference photo at this stage and I was like, oh, I've gone way too far. It just looks ridiculous. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it back on the mannequin and I'm going to then just kind of like pull down the ruching or the bunching to see how much fabric we don't actually need. Now it's starting to look a little bit better. Okay, so I think it's time that we put in the... I've decided to put a zip in the center back of the dress. There we go. It's starting to look a lot better. I actually cut the V at the front deeper as well because I felt like there was not enough booby vibes going. It's starting to look really good. So now we actually have to put a facing in this dress, which basically means it doesn't have raw edges. It's going to look like a much more finished garment. So we're going to take the original pattern that I made and we're just going to basically take the first like half of it. We don't need the whole thing because I'm not going to line the whole dress. I just need to line it enough that it covers the neckline and the armhole line for the dress. All right, perfect. So here you can see, obviously I've cut off a little bit under the armhole. Beautiful. It looks like quite a cute little top actually. I wouldn't mind like making that again just for me. Anyways, all right, so we're gonna pin this in to the dress and then we're gonna sew, lots of sewing. I usually have about a 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter seam allowance. I've pinned the lining and the main fabric of the dress together, and this is the armhole that we're sewing together right now. So I've just pinned it so it's nice and secure. Next, before you bag out the lining to the dress, I highly recommend like snipping into the seam allowance. Anywhere where there's a massive like a big curve, like an armhole, or if the neckline's like really curved, like I highly recommend just doing this because it makes it sit like so much nicer. Honestly, it's so good. All right, so now the lining's in, the zip's in. It's starting to look like a dress. It's all coming together. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But we do need to do some pressing because as you can see, the lining bubbling out of the main fabric, and we just need to press it. So that's no biggie. To the iron. So we're just gonna give it a quick iron. So as you can see, there's the armhole there. Just going around the armhole and anywhere else that I can see the lining and just making sure it's all nice and crisp. All right, so after a few modifications, we've still got a nice amount of ruching. So now we're just going to seal off the edge, the raw edge on the inside of the lining to make sure that doesn't fray, because obviously, as you can see, this fabric is very prone to fraying. And then finally, we're pinning the hem. Let's go. So I think I did about a 2 centimeter hem. Obviously I overlocked it first. You can see there, I've got the black overlocking. Here we are sewing away, just making sure it's sitting nice and flat as we sew. And now let's reveal Ada Wong. If you've made it this far through the video, Congratulations, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I was trying to make it more fun as well as informative, and yeah, hopefully by now you're sitting back in your beautiful new Ada Wong dress, sipping on a martini or some other whatever you want and feeling like $1,000,000, because yeah, Ada Wong is fun, and I hope you guys really enjoy cosplaying her. I really enjoyed teaching you how to make her dress. If you do have any more comments or anything like that, put them in the description down below. Or I always love taking cosplay suggestions for new videos, so if you have any of those, feel free as well. But thank you so much for hanging out. Again, if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Chef's kissy. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.